Hello everyone, my name is Dr. Joel Rosen. I am an adrenal fatigue recovery expert, and I want to welcome you back to another edition of your Adrenal Fix. Today I want to talk to you about adrenal fatigue and exercise. Specifically, should you be exercising? Should you not be exercising? What does exercise have to do with the fact that you're adrenally fatigued? And what can I recommend for you? I get this all the time. What I would say to you is that it really depends. And I know it's kind of a tough answer because I don't really know the specifics of your adrenal fatigue problem. There's different stages of adrenal exhaustion, acute responses where cortisol levels are super high, it's a recent stress, you're relatively young, you haven't been around long enough for cortisol to really be drained out of its savings account. There's maladaptive stages where it's high and then low, it's trending low or it's trending high, or it's just complete exhaustion. So it really depends. So the first thing I recommend is getting a adrenal saliva test and starting from there. However, like myself, I was exercising 5-6 days a week and I was stressed out all the time. I was relying on stimulants in terms of caffeine and sugar, and waiting a lot of hours between when I first had my meal and then when I ate next time. My blood sugar is going up and down, and then just being exercising all the time. That's going to lead to a quick burnout, and for those patients or people, I typically suggest, even if I don't see their adrenal saliva samples, that they really avoid any high intensity exercises, because that's just going to continue to drain the adrenal stress accounts. However, today I want to talk to you about the cortisol awakening response, also known as the CAR, C-A-R. And I got this information from Apex Energetics, so I want to give credit where credit is due. But however, the cortisol awakening response is such that when you first wake up in the morning, within the first 30 minutes, your cortisol levels should raise at least 50% of where they are from the beginning, from the morning to 30 minutes later. And if it's not raising, if it's not elevating, it's because you are adrenally exhausted or you're in some form of a stress response that doesn't allow you to respond optimally. These are people that have difficulty waking up in the morning, they need coffee to get going, they have no appetite. I mean, how many of you guys wake up in the morning, I know, and you just aren't hungry, you don't want to eat anything. There's no motivation, and basically you're at the lowest energy point of the day, where you should be at the highest energy point of the day. So what I'm going to recommend to you is your cortisol awakening response is not doing a good job. So we need to pump the car, if you will, or prime the car, or pump the cortisol awakening response. And so this is what I'm going to teach you, and that's why I'm sitting down on the job today. So basically I have a chair, and what I want you to do with it's a high intensity interval training within the first 15 minutes of waking up. I know this sounds difficult, and I know I just mentioned I don't know if you should exercise or not exercise. First and foremost, you need to clear this with the physician if you haven't exercised in a long time, so that you are given every green light to go ahead and start exercising. But however, this is just a suggestion of what you can do to pump the car or get your cortisol awakening response working in the right direction. I have a lot of patients say, well, I can't do this, I have a lot of knee pain, or I have a lot of back pain or shoulder pain. And to you guys I say, I totally understand, but think of this. Imagine if you're an athlete and you are injured and you're on the injury reserve list, and your contract depends on you getting back on the field. In fact, you want to get back on the field because you've lost your starting position and you're no longer doing the things you love to do. Those people, they basically take a all or none approach, meaning they work harder than they've ever worked before. They rehab, they go through a graduation program from passive exercises to active exercises, to the point where they strengthen their knee or their back or their shoulder more so than they ever have. And so the added becomes, I need to exercise because I'm injured, not I can exercise because I'm injured. And I just went over this with a patient the other day. She has bad knees and she doesn't want to do this exercise, and that's fine, but she needs to do this exercise. So it's going to be helpful for her knees, and it's going to be helpful for her cortisol awakening response. So what you're going to do within the first 5 minutes of waking up, or we can say within the first 10 to 15 minutes of waking up, I want you to do this only for 5 minutes. So you're going to grab a chair. That's going to be about, if you can see, we'll pan it down. It's not that low. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to have my arms straight out in front of me. I'm going to sit down and I'm going to go back up. I'm going to sit down, and I'm going to go back up. I don't care how many times I do it. I'm going to look at my clock. I'm going to set it for 30 seconds, and I'm going to do as many as I can for 30 seconds. Then I'm going to take a 30-second break, and that would be 1 minute. Then I'm going to do it again for 30 seconds. That's another one. And then I'll take a break. And I'm going to do that 5 times. So you're going to do that for 5 minutes. At the end of 5 minutes, you're going to feel that your heart rate goes up, your cortisol levels spike, and ultimately that's going to help create an optimal cortisol awakening response. A couple of things I wanted to talk to you about is patients will say to me, well, why can't I just take an adrenal stimulant, ashwagandha, licorice root, other rhodiola, or other adaptogens? And to them I say, you know what? This is a neuroendocrine problem, which means the signaling in the brain, the hypothalamus, the suprachiasmatic, the retina in the eye, the pineal gland, the release of hormones, all of this is neuroendocrine related. So it's not just a matter of taking a pill and fixing it. It's a matter of getting your cortisol awakening response working for you. So hopefully you found this informative. Hopefully you'll give it a shot. Again, consult with any physicians before you start any exercise program. If you can't do the squats or you don't have a chair that's high enough for you, then just walk in place or do jumping jacks, or do push-ups, or there's so many things you can do for 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off, 30 seconds on, for a total of 5 minutes to get your cortisol awakening response working for you. Hopefully you found it informative today. My name is Dr. Joel Rosen, and this is my YouTube site of Your Adrenal Fix. If you liked what you heard, please give a thumbs up, or a comment, or a like, or a share. And if you want to hear more information, then just follow the link underneath the title here, and go to my Adrenal Fatigue Society website. And I look forward to giving you some more information in the future. Thank you so much.